Welcome back to another episode of Ask Nati, and today the question is pretty simple. You are speaking a lot about system thinking. What the hell system thinking is? And the question, I try to do it short and sweet. So in a nutshell, system thinking, it's a language it's a visual language that defines relationship, bidirectional relationship between element in a system. In our language, in English or any other language, we think one directional. A cause something on B, B cause something on C. But in system, if A impacts C, C also impact A. And that's what system thinking is trying to help us to see the entire picture, not to use reductionism where we have a problem and we break it into small problems and then we combine everything together. Instead of doing that, system thinking looks at everything in one whole. And the way to do it is by looking at elements in the system and how they are influencing one each other. And there are several tools to do that, and I'm not going to get to all of them because it's going to be a long session or a long video. So I'm just going to focus on the most important one. The first one, and I think the most important one, are causal loops. So this is loops that define certain variables in your system, and how one variable cause impact on the other variable and backwards or any direction that you want between any number of variables. A variable can be satisfaction level of employee, and another variable can be retention of employee, and obviously there are cause and effect between those two, and you can define the cause and effect as lines that going between those two elements. So this is causal loop that could be complex, it could be simple. Usually there are two types of causal loop. One is balance loops that trying to keep the system in balance, and one is reinforcing loop that can take the system all the way up by reinforcing the same idea, or all the way down by reinforcing the same idea. It depends what it's reinforcing. So those are causal loops. They are pretty key element. There is an element that's called archetypes. Archetypes are predefined causal loops that fit certain scenario in certain system. And you can very easily, once you know them, see certain archetype within a system and just use the archetype with everything that's already defined for the archetype instead of reinventing the wheel. Just save time and effort. So causal loops and archetypes. There is also a visual depiction of flows and stocks. So this is more a flow of stock that holds something, and how the flow is being impacted by delays in the flow. It gives you very clear understanding on the bottlenecks or issues that exist within an application. And same as causal loops, flows can be pretty simple and can be very complex. We also using a lot of mental models. So this is defining people mental model within the system, because there is huge influence, especially in organization, but also in other systems, of people mental models on the behavior of the entire system. And last but not least, there are computer models that you can run on flows. So once you define a flow, there are tools that you can actually run the flows in simulation and see how they are behaving. You can add or remove stuff from the flow and see how it's going to impact your organization. So that's in a nutshell what it is. System thinking. It could be a little bit more. It is a little bit more complex and in depth. But for a 5-6 minute video, I think that I've done a good job defining what are system thinking. They are extremely helpful. So once you know how to use them and you're looking at the problem, it's very easy to see what is the problem. And when you understand the real problem, the root cause of the problem, it's really easy to solve it. And I'm going to do something as an example on communication, because it's pretty amazing how you can take a generic problem like communication and using system thinking show pretty easily what is the root cause and how simple it looks like. I don't know, it's not simple to do it, but simple looks like, or easy look like, to find out what is the root cause. To fix it is a different problem, but to find it out, it's pretty simple to do. So that's all for this session. Thank you for asking, and please keep on asking me questions. It really helps me to think about it, and I hope that it helps you as well. Thanks. Bye.